Okay, let's take a look at some polynomials. So let's take 4x squared. So again, print off the notes, obviously, and then either highlight the notes or just copy all this stuff down and write a bunch of stuff in the notes if you can keep up. But the number in front, the 4, is the coefficient. The x is the letter, the variable, and the base. The exponent or the power is 2. So there's some further examples off to the right, like 3 squared is 3 times 3, and 5 cubed equals 5 times 5 times 5, just to kind of remind you what's going on either way. Okay, so let's take a look at like terms. So like terms to numbers are other numbers, etc. Like terms, numbers. Now let's take a look at a variable like a. What are some like terms to a? Well, anything that has an a. Negative 5a. I'm not even following the notes. Negative a, like 4a. I said 5, whatever. 4a, 5a. Don't care. Like terms. Same letter, same exponent. Read the notes. Like terms. Same letter, letters, same exponent. Now, you may be looking at number 2 and go, there's no letter. Like different rule. No, same rule. There's no letter. So the rule's no letter. Like same letter, no letter. Or A, no number in front. Well, it's really got a 1 in front. Yeah. Okay, so like terms, x, y. Like terms. Same variable, same exponent. So I'm going to start out by saying x, y. And I'm going to put a 5 in front. Don't care. Negative 72 x, y. Same letter, same exponent. Same letters, same exponents. Etc. A squared, 3a squared, 5a squared. Next one in the notes, x squared y, 2x squared y, negative 3x squared y, etc. Remember, a plus 1 equals a plus 1. Don't ever forget that. Don't randomly make up rules. A calculator plus a phone is a calculator plus a phone. X plus x squared equals x plus x squared. Bach, whatever. You can only add or subtract like terms. You cannot add or subtract unlike terms. Next section, we're going to get onto more of that. So let's look at the word degree. Look at the notes. The variable exponent or sum of variable exponents. Now, keep in mind, this is a grade 9 rule that doesn't follow into grade 12 and calculus, whatever. But x squared, the degree is the exponent or sum of exponents. X is x to the 1. Whoops, excuse me, 1. Erase x to the 1. The degree is 1. Feel free to write stuff in your notes like term, degree, whatever. Or just print off the notes and highlight the notes as I'm going and just kind of look at the notes while I'm doing all this stuff. Or write some of it down, whatever, some combination. Okay, x squared y cubed. Well, for now, it's the term, it's the sum, it's the variable exponent or sum of variable exponents. So degree is kind of like 5, but like asterisk, like, don't like that one. And the number 8 is actually 8x to the 0. We know that x to the 0 is 1, so it's gone, but it has a degree of 0. Numbers have a degree of 0. Okay, let's look at the definition of polynomial. So I'm just going to write poly. For leading term, I'm just going to write LT. And for degree, I'm just going to say degree. Now it's the degree of the polynomial. So let's say x squared minus 4. The leading term is the term with the highest degree. Therefore, the highest degree is 2. Therefore, the leading term, L2, is x squared. The degree of the polynomial is the degree of the leading term. The degree of the leading term is 2. Easy. Look at the next one in the example, 2x squared minus 5x cubed. The leading term is negative 5x cubed. 2x squared minus 5x cubed. The leading term is negative 5x cubed. The term with the negative in front of the highest degree. And the highest degree between 2 and 3 is 3. So it's the leading term. You could rearrange the order of the terms if you wanted to, like we're going to learn later. And the degree is the exponent of that term. They may ask you what the leading coefficient is. And in the notes, the leading coefficient is the coefficient of the highest degree term. And that would simply be negative 5. The leading coefficient. That's not in the notes. Put LC below it, negative 5, circle it, whatever. Okay, root 3x, not the root of 3x. Root 3x plus 2. Now, the number has a lower degree because we learned off to the left that 8 was 8x to the 0, so it's 2x to the 0. Sure, I'll put it there. And I'll cross it off because I know it's 1 from exponents. So the leading term is just the term with the highest degree. X is an exponent of 1, one side and 0. So the leading term is negative 3x to the 1. The leading coefficient would be root 3. Root 3 is 1.73. The degree of the polynomial would be 1. Looking at the next example, we have 2 to the negative 3x squared y plus 2x squared plus 2. Now, let's write that one down. 2 to the negative 3x squared y plus 2x plus 2. So, the leading term is what? Well, we have 2 to the negative 3. That's 2 to the negative 3. That's all by itself. That's a coefficient. Y is an exponent of 1. Therefore, the leading term is 2 to the negative 3 x squared y to the 1. And the degree is, for grade 9, 2 plus 1 is 3. Because again, 2 to the negative 3 is by itself. It's actually 1 over 8. It's just a coefficient. That's the leading coefficient. So, reading more of the notes, polynomials, terms with variables with whole number exponents, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, like everything we've been working on so far. A monomial is one term, as you can see in the examples off the right, where you have one term, 2, comma, or x, comma, or x squared, comma, or 2, whichever, one term, monomial, mono, Latin for one. Binomial, bicycle, 2 wheels, 2 terms, x plus 2, comma, x squared minus 4, comma. Those all have 2 terms. You'll always have a plus or minus sign between a term. Trinomial, tricycle, 3. 3 terms. Polynomial, they're all polynomials, any of them. Down to the bottom, things that are not polynomial. X to the negative 2. Notice the example that we just did right above, 2 to the negative 3 is a coefficient. It's not a variable. So it follows being a polynomial. So back down below, x to the negative 2, x to the pi, that's not 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. 2 to the x, 1 over x, which is actually just x to the negative 1, root x, log x, if you're going to take grade 12 anytime soon, sine x, not polynomial. Equal sign slash means not. Polynomial, obviously. Those things. Anything that is not the stuff that we worked on above. Terms with variables, with whole number exponents. We do a whole chapter of polynomials this year, a whole chapter of polynomials next year, grade 11, grade 12, etc. These are the definitions.